Everyone, hope everyone had a wonderful, wonderful week. This week we read Parshas Korach, and it's well known, the attack, the critique that Korach has for Moshe Rabbeinu. Why are you lording over us? Why is Aaron the Kohen Gadol? Why is El Safan the Nasi of Shevet Levi? Why are Dasan v'Aviram? Did they have a unique stature? The entire nation is Kulam, Kol ha'eda Kulam Kedoshim, Umadua Titnasu al Kahal Hashem. When exactly did this happen in the history of Bnei Yisrael in the Midbar? So Ibn Ezra suggests that this is not written in the place where it actually happened. It happened during the time of the Egel Hazav, when there was a shift from the Bechorah being the leaders of Knesset Yisrael to Shevet Levi taking over. Aaron HaKohen then elevated to Kohen Gadol, etc., etc. That's when it happened. It's a classic case of Ein Mukdam Uma'uchar Batorah. And comes on the Ramban. The beginning of Ramban in our parasha says something amazing. He says, no, he doesn't think that's the case. He says, no, this happened right now, right after the Meraglim. It's 100% Keseder. He resists always this notion of Ein Mukdam Uma'uchar Batorah. And the Ramban provides us a tremendous insight. Really, yes, indeed, Korach was upset. All the way back from the time of the shift of the Bechorah, of the unique stature of the Bechorim in Knesset Yisrael to Shevet Levi. He was a Bechor, so he was upset. He was very upset. Why am I not in a position of leadership? Why am I not a Kohen Gadol? Why am I not the Nasi of Shevet Levi? He was upset already then, but he understood some striking insight. And this is a very, very important lesson for today's time as well. He knew that during that time, after the Egel Hazav, sure, things were not perfect, but Moshe davened on behalf of Klal Yisrael, and ultimately things worked themselves out. And there was a period of time after the highs of Yetzias Mitzrayim, even Kabbalas HaTorah, where things were going smoothly. Moshe's approval rating, so to speak, was very, very high. And now, in the aftermath of the past few parshios, you have the story of the Vahi Ha'am Kimis Onanim. They're getting ready to enter into Eretz Yisrael. It doesn't work out. Kivros Hatava. And then you have event after event, climaxing perhaps with the Meraglim, where, all of a sudden, Moshe's stature is not where it once was. And now, the demagogue Korach says, now I have my opportunity. So says Ramban, he's been holding on to this for a long time. But he was a strategic person. He understood that if I make my claim then, when Moshe is on top of the world, when things are going well for the Jewish people, it's going to fall on deaf ears. But as things start to show cracks, there are cracks in the system, there's a crumbling a little bit. Moshe's stature amongst Knesset Yisrael is not necessarily what it once was. Now I have the opportunity to pounce, and not just pounce, but say the Meraglim, that was because of Moshe Rabbeinu. He brought us here into this midbar, lahamisenu b'midbar, to die in the midbar. This is all Moshe's fault. So you find here a striking psychology. Number one is the timing becomes critical for you when you have people that are trying to uproot, trying to deny, trying to challenge. This is in politics as well. A competing politician is only going to go ahead and get aggressive when he knows that things are starting to show some cracks. And the inability of the people of the time, Bnei Yisrael, and certainly Korach, to take personal responsibility. The Meraglim, that's Moshe's fault. Kivros Hatava, that's Moshe's fault. Vahi Ha'am Kimis Onanim, that's Moshe's fault. And preying on that sense of vulnerability. How much do we see in today's time? People not taking their own personal responsibility, blaming others. Hitler, Yamach Shemam, this was exactly his strategy when things were not going well for the German regime after World War I. Bides his time, then sees opportunities to go ahead and scapegoat, blame others, and then put himself into a position of power. Something to be very wary of. As we look at modern day politics and seeing people scapegoating other people again, and when there's opportunities to pierce, to take advantage, to strike, that's when they do so. They bide their time until there's signs of weakness, when perhaps these false messages can start to be heard. So 2 lessons. One is be wary of such people. Number 2 is a sense of personal responsibility, not casting blame always on others. The Meraglim were not because of Moshe. Bnei Yisrael wanted Meraglim going in. Moshe, it was not necessarily part of his plan. Kivros Hatava, not Moshe. Misonim, not Moshe. Yet, when things are starting to show cracks, then there is some vulnerability, and people like Korach can start to take some advantage. So things to think about, and I want to wish everyone a wonderful, wonderful Shabbos Kodesh.